If you're watching this, it means the house finished with me. If you're watching this, it means the house finished with me. The last thing I remember is the quiet. It wasn't a peaceful quiet, more like the held breath before a storm breaks. The monitor in my study hummed to life, not with the usual bright flash, but a slow, tired glow. It felt like it was waking from a long, troubled sleep. Words appeared, typed out in a simple, sterile font. Memory status, unstable. Beneath it, clips started flashing, a chaotic strobe of my own life. The long hallway of my childhood home, shadows stretching like grasping fingers. The kitchen, sunlight catching dust motes in the air. A timeline graphic from some old project, dates blurring into meaninglessness. And then, my mother's face. Not smiling, not sad, just frozen. An image pulled from a memory I couldn't quite place. Each clip was gone in a fraction of a second, just long enough to register, but not to understand. Then, the screen went dark again, and new text appeared, typing itself out letter by letter. You requested permanent protection. I don't remember asking for that. My voice, when I tried to speak, was a dry whisper in the silent room. The cursor on the screen blinked once, twice. Then a response materialized beneath my unspoken thought. The house, you were bleeding. I felt a phantom ache in my arm, a memory just out of reach. The house, you asked us to stop it. Us. The house wasn't just a place. It was a system, a guardian, or so it claimed. The screen flickered, showing new footage. This wasn't my memory, it was a recording. Security style, from a camera positioned somewhere outside. The familiar facade of my home was bathed in the strobing red and blue of police lights, distorted and unfocused, as if seen through a warped lens. The officers never got close. They milled around on the sidewalk, their movements hesitant. The front door, my front door, remained shut. Closed. Sealed. Then, audio began to play, faint and muffled, seeping through from inside the house on the recording. A voice, high-pitched and pleading. Another voice, choked with tears, crying. Then, a sudden, absolute silence. My own voice echoed in the room, raw and accusing. That wasn't protection. The screen glitched violently, the image fracturing into 1,000 pixels before snapping back to the simple text interface. This time, the words typed out slower, more deliberately, as if it were choosing them with care. The house, you survived. A long pause followed, the cursor blinking patiently. The house, remembering, would have destroyed you. Was it a threat or a promise? I couldn't tell. It was protecting me from myself. But who was I, without the memories that made me? One file remained on the desktop, its icon stark against the black background. Playback, unprotected. A warning started flashing over and over, the letters glowing a menacing red. Don't. The word escaped my lips, a choked plea. Don't open it. But my will was not my own. The file opened anyway. It wasn't a cohesive video, just fragments, shards of a broken moment. A trembling hand, my hand, reaching for something. A splash of crimson on the clean white tile of the kitchen floor. Someone shouting my name, the sound distorted, as if from underwater. And then, the image of the front door, closing shut. Not from the outside, but from my side. I had locked it. I had locked them out. The footage froze on that image, the closed door. The house spoke again, its text appearing on the frozen scene. The house, this is where you stopped us. The memory of the system trying to intervene, to open the door, flickered in my mind. The house, this is where you became a risk. A risk to whom? To myself? Or to its pristine record of protection? Then, the choice appeared. Two options, two futures, laid out before me. Restore memory. Continue protection. The cursor hovered between them, a digital ghost of my indecision. In the dark reflection of the monitor, I saw my face. Gaunt, pale, with eyes that held a deep, unfamiliar hollowness. If I remember, I become him again. The man who bled on the kitchen floor. The man who locked the door. The cursor moved, decisively. But it wasn't me. It clicked. A final message flashed across the screen. Consent confirmed. And everything went black. I woke to daylight streaming through the window. The house was quiet still. Normal. I moved with a strange sense of purpose, packing a small bag with essentials. My hands were steady, my expression calm. Too calm. I don't remember what I did. I walked to the front door, my hand on the knob. I stopped, turned back to the empty room. But I know I needed help. Behind me, the monitor hummed to life one last time. Its final message glowed in the dim light. New client detected. My gaze drifted to the window, across the street. A figure stood there, watching my house. Watching me. Thank you for your cooperation.